So addicting. If I had it, I'd just be like...
My son is becoming a man. He's getting rid of his Subaru. It's got no compression. I'm Dave and this is Road Garage. Welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be doing a airbag setup on the Mustang. I've got a event that we're going to be going to on Saturday. It's a Formula Drift event and they've got a big car show there. And I'm going to have 3 cars there. I'm going to have the Turbo Ram, the Saleen Mustang, and the twin-turboed Corvette. The crazy thing is we got 3 days to get there and the Corvette is not together yet. I still have the heads off of it, so I was just waiting on head gaskets. Everything else is ready. We've got it back and going, and we're gonna show you getting that back together, but head gaskets are supposed to be here tomorrow, and that will be all together and ready to go. And then the Mustang is getting a full airbag setup that we'll be able to drop it to the ground and kind of give it that cool stance look. So we're gonna have a busy few evenings, and I got my son Evan here. He's gonna be helping me get all this together so that maybe we don't have as late of some nights. So, Mom, let's go. I'll show you the whole process. Right in here, I think.
It's a pretty good spot for it. I'm marking the holes to install the pump. To pump it up.
Safety switch. It's like you pull up and you're like,
It's
I
so
arrived.
addicting. It's so addicting. If I had it, I'd just be like...
New head gaskets just showed up today. She's going back together. So everything else is all ready. We got new lifters, machined heads. They're all ready to go, all perfectly flat and all good and ready. And we're hoping maybe she's going to be making some noise tonight. So these head gaskets that I got, they're the Cometics. I actually went with, instead of a 50 thou thickness of what I had before, I went with a slightly thinner head gasket. I went with a 40,000th. And then we took about 5,000 off the head. So what that does is we're basically 15 thousandths tighter to the piston, which makes the actual combustion chamber smaller. So that's bumping our compression up a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna also put this head on, and then Evan, I'll have you see this head here, or remember I was telling you the engine block? So this aftermarket engine block has this extra bolt. So if I had 6-bolt heads, I'd have to get a 6-bolt head gasket, and then we could do the additional bolt, which if we were gonna be wanting to make like 40 pounds of boost or something like that.
Someday this thing will be making so much power.
I'd just be down with like it not overheating. And
Okay, we gotta figure out that problem first.
well, having a blown head gasket will definitely cause overheating thing. So a normal stock engine just has bolts, which bolts do not have as much clamping power as a stud. So these are ARP head studs, and you can torque them higher, and they don't stretch as easy, and they'll hold more boost and all the goodness, so that we don't blow head gaskets as easy.
So I need to get a Corvette so then I could learn how to do it, so I can talk about it more.
Yeah, there you go.
So you can be a real boy.
Yeah.
My son is becoming a man. He's getting rid of his Subaru.
It's too slow.
So what are you getting, Evan?
C506. Now that it's on camera, I gotta get it.
I'm so proud. He's gonna have a V8. He's gonna be an engine again. Hopefully now I'll know what it's like to drive this thing without a blown head gasket. That'd be awesome. Gotta finish tightening up exhaust. I've got belt and a few other things to finish up, get fluids in it, fire it up, wash it. So day 3 will more than likely go into day 4 because it'll actually be that early in the morning or that late. But I kind of knew when I decided to jump on both of these things to put them back together for the show that it was probably going to be a little bit crazy. That's part of the deal. I just dropped that in a reminds me of my racing days. A few cuss words, managed to not throw anything else, so that's good. There was one time I had a Camaro. It was my very first car, 81 Z28. Had it when I was 15 years old. Got so mad at it when I was working on it because I was just a dumb kid. I chucked a wrench. The wrench bounced off the ground and bounced off of the car and hit the car, put a nice fat dent in it, and it was like inches away from the back window. That was one of those like, wow, I'm pretty stupid. It's actually pretty darn close. Doing spark plugs, plug wires on this side, that side's already together. Got to put my charge pipe on, get the belt on, and then put fluids in it. And then as long as nothing's leaking, we'll be ready to go. Yeah, it's got no compression. I think it's hanging valves open. Well, the car show ended up being a bust because somebody screwed up on some parts that we ordered for the Corvette. And so it didn't end up working out to go. So we are taking the Mustang with this new air ride suspension out for a dinner birthday party for my wife's oldest brother. It actually handles really good, and it's actually a bit smoother too than that Saleen suspension. So for those of you Saleen diehards or purists, remember this car is salvaged. So it's not like we're working with a pristine car. And I did save all of the stock suspension, and we didn't really have to modify or cut up anything to make all of this work. So in the event I'm tired of it or I want to go back to the stock, we'll have all of the stock stuff and be able to put all that back in. I'm going to hang on to it, but right now it's kind of fun doing something a little bit different with this air ride, being able to be low, and I'm going to end up with the carbon pieces back on it too, and I really want to not have to scrape it. So this has the feature of being able to ride low but hit a button and raise the nose, kind of like how it is with the Lamborghini, where I can raise the nose so I don't scrape over speed bumps and going in driveways and all of that. So it'll be pretty fun and exciting. When we get back, I'll kind of go over what the issue is with the Corvette, and I actually have the correct part, I believe, showing up today. Those of you that maybe haven't had a positive displacement supercharger, this is one of the cool things with it, how quick the boost goes. Look at that, immediate, on the throttle, immediate, full boost. Alright, so we're back from dinner. Had a good time, it was fun. You can see how low this thing is. With it all aired down, you couldn't even drive it, but it looks cool to show up at a car show or something and air it down. And I think we're probably one of the few, if anybody at all, has done a Saleen Extreme with air ride. And again, remember, I did keep all my stock suspension, so we can put it all back, because I know it is kind of a little bit of a goofy thing, but it's kind of fun. So I did promise you too that I would give you an update on the Corvette. What is going on with the Corvette? We had the blown head gasket before. We got it all back together. We're going to turn it over, and things got no compression. Like, what the heck? Am I new to this? Like, what? So at first I thought that because I had milled the head, or had a machine shop mill the head, and did a little thinner head gasket, trying to bump the compression up a little bit, that maybe I was an idiot, and by using the same push rods as before, now it has no compression and it's hanging valves open. Turns out that's not it. Did a little more research to it, and that World Products Warhawk engine block that I have takes a specific head gasket that you have to use. It's just for that. Felpro is the only one that, at least that I was able to find, that makes that head gasket. I now have that correct head gasket, and now we will be pulling that all the way back down and apart, which really stinks. We still learn new things even as older guys, and whatever, part of the deal. So that very soon will be back together, and hopefully we don't run into any other issues, but that will be back up and going soon. And then we have also some new updates for the Lambo, so stay tuned. We've got some cool stuff coming up. I think we're going to be able to actually have the Lambo going again on the channel, and be able to go and do some fun stuff with that. I've got stuff that I've been planning for a while for that, but obviously the car's got to be running and driving before I can even do anything with it. So stay tuned, like, share, subscribe, and that's all I've got for you today. We'll see you on the next one.